but we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed, bro.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's up? It's your boy, Levelhead, back with another live Level Gamers podcast. I have the crew in the building. What's up, Mr. Norris?
What's good, folks? How you doing?
All right, we got K-Bum 20 in the background. I don't know if he can jump in and say anything just yet.
I'm here. I'm struggling, but I'm here.
What she say? Palworld is innocent. Welcome to the show, Nia. So, got a little bit to talk about on tonight. How about those leaks? So we're gonna talk about what we think of these leaks. We're gonna talk about Nintendo trying to distract us with this lawsuit. I'm gonna be honest with you, I kinda saw that when they put that lawsuit up right after all that leak stuff, we wasn't getting that release on this week, that trailer, whatever they got. That was all the pour ice and water on the fire. Like, oh, y'all think, we gonna show y'all, we suing Palworld. Like, okay, really, Nintendo? So we gotta talk about that. I think Keith want to talk about these remakes for the PlayStation 5 Pro. What were they, Keith?
I'll get to it, but they talking about Horizon Zero Dawn and Days Gone.
Hold up. Where my thing at? Slap your nobody want to hear about them doggone games. How many times you gonna remake Horizon? How many times you gonna remake Last of Us? Slap yourself, Sony. So we get there. We may talk about it, but welcome to the show, y'all. The leaks seem more real than others. Oh, no, these are real. These leaks are not fake. These real leaks. We're going to talk about it to the best of our abilities on tonight. Anything before we get into what you've been gaming on? I apologize. I'm a little tired, and so I may not be the most energetic on tonight, but I would try to be my typical self if possible and feasible. But we welcome y'all to the show. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm still a little under the weather myself. You can probably hear it in my voice. But I'm gonna do what I can today. I'm here. It's Thursday. It's a podcast. So I'm gonna do what I can.
Okay.
And secondly, it's football season.
Yeah.
It is finally here. I have something to do other than just go to church on Sunday and praise the Lord. I get to go to church, praise the Lord, get my blessing on, and watch some football. So I'm excited.
Hey.
K-Bone, you kind of sound like Shannon Sharp a little bit under the weather. You do. You can. Hey, when you go back and listen to this, you go.
Hey! I hope there's only one way I sound like Shannon Sharp.
Hey, wait a minute! I wouldn't even think about that.
Keith, your mic sounds a little muffled and far in the back. See if can you bring it more up front?
You know what? I think I know what's on. I changed it. Never mind.
Okay,
I got
so
you.
I just wanted to get it because I know you normally sound way more crispier than that. So I knew something was off. So I was just trying to give you a heads up.
It do sound like you talking to us from down the street.
Yeah, he's like, man, y'all K-Bum sick. Let me talk from a distance. That's what it sounds like.
Is that better?
Yeah, there it is. That's the
Okay,
normal.
my bad. I had switched it not too long ago and forgot to switch it back.
All right, that's perfection. But anyway, have y'all checked out Agatha?
Is out?
Yeah, it's 2 episodes.
Nah,
I'm confused. I got to go watch the first one again. I'm kind of confused with it. I'm needing help processing what I'm actually watching. But is 2 episodes. I watched the first one about 35 minutes. I'm going to go back and watch it again. Disney kind of getting a little raunchy, man. They showing a little flesh. I'm like, wait a minute, PC Mickey Mouse, you showing the gluteus maximus? Like, wow. I wasn't expecting that. That was kind of unexpected, as I said. So anyway, anything else? So yeah, y'all should go check it out, man. I need K-Bum. I need you to watch that, Keith. I need you to watch that so I can get y'all can keep me understanding what I'm actually watching. What did he say? You only have I known. What's up, bro?
That's me, bro.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, I changed
well,
my name.
slap yourself, man. You can't be changing your name and stuff in the comment section. You only
this
have
your
I
burner
known.
account? Yo, Keith, this your burner account, bro?
Yeah, that's my burner account.
So this how you be replying to yourself and acting like it ain't you. What do you think about that? I thought it was cool, man. I thought it was awesome. How about you? Yeah, I thought it was real nice. I'm like, Keith, that's bold. You talking to yourself, sir.
Like
Stop.
that Keith dude, man, he know what he's talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real, man. Keep him on the show, boy.
So anyway, last week we kind of got it in on the podcast, and lo and behold, man, the levee broke. The spies have captured the ninjas. Wasn't able to stop this one, and we just have a lot of Nintendo news. We gonna try to talk about it. I don't consider myself a tech savvy person like that, but we do have Mr. Norris on deck. So I'm pretty sure he may be able to help us out with some of the stuff we may be looking at. I'm not Spun Wave. I'm not gonna be breakdown like that. But we're gonna talk about it, give our thoughts and what we seeing and what we believe. Then we talk about this Palworld situation, what I think is just a distraction. Nintendo trying to distract from what happened. And I guess we just go wherever this takes us. If it don't take us far, we won't be here. Anything else before we get into what you've been gaming on? If not, we can go ahead and go to it. What's up, D2K? Welcome to the show. Are y'all ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on.
All right. Y'all need to get up in here. What have you been gaming on? Who wants to go first? Who wants to keep K-Bomb? Keith? Who going first?
I can go first.
No, let K-Bomb go first. You always know this, man. Go ahead. Come first, Keith.
I mean, if you want to go first, you know.
No, you good. I'm just messing. I was gonna say the same thing to K-Bomb if he said it first. I'm like, go ahead, Keith.
I've been gaming. All right, so check it out. All right, I've been gaming so much I had to write it down. So, first game I'm going to talk about is I went back and I played Yoshi's Crafted World. Dang. Why? I don't know. I just decided that I was looking at my Nintendo Switch and I was like, what have I not played? And I was like, Yoshi's Crafted World with this sleepy music and this sleepy gameplay. Shout out to K-Bum. Sleepy gameplay.
Oh, man. I got something to say about K-Bum, but go ahead.
But actually, it's not a bad game. I actually might finish it. There was some portions of the platforming that was actually kind of challenging. You got to get the little flower pieces and you got to have enough eggs and all this other stuff. It's Yoshi. Graphics now, as I've been playing on like PC and some of the games on the Switch have improved. That game doesn't look as good as it did when I first played it. But yeah, been playing on Yoshi's Crafted World. I went ahead and bought Tesla Grad 2. It's a Metroidvania style game that deals with, I guess you could say like magnetic poles like north and south, the polar opposites and things like that. And you gotta basically, like I said, you jumped on the south pole and you got to put your magnet around you. It's like north, and it'll propel you.
Bring my charger.
If you ever played it on the Wii, that's the first place I played. Tesla Grad played it on the Wii. It was $4 on the Wii U. I mean, excuse me, on the Switch. I'm so sorry, Switch. I did not mean to disrespect you like that. It's $4 on the Switch. So if you want to grab it, I think it's still on sale. Tesla Grad. It's a great Metroidvania. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it anytime soon, but glad I got a chance to buy that for $4. Next, I played Splatoon 3. That was the final Splatfest. That is not a Diddy party. Splatoon
Man.
3.
Wait, what?
Man, you hear me, J-Bone?
What?
Man, there's a lot
No.
of Vaseline and oil up in there, though.
Not a
It's
Splatfest, the regular Splatfest.
It got just as much baby oil on the
Wow.
ground than P. Diddy got.
You a wild boy.
So they on this one they had, and maybe they all been like this, but they had something called like the tricolor. So now you got, instead of like two teams opposing each other, you had three, and you had one team defending and two teams attacking. I just remember seeing like pink, green, and purple, I think. But it was actually pretty cool. I had never played it before. Since I found out this was the last Splatfest, I decided I was going to jump in and see how it was. I played like maybe 5 matches. I was super confused in the beginning, but it started to click. So shout out to Splatoon. All right, where am I going to go next? So these last 3 games are quite special. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to the Plucky Squire. Plucky Squire came out.
Is out?
Is out.
All right.
And if you got PlayStation Plus, it's free for you right now for this month. So if you want to check it out, it is free on the
How do you know if you got PlayStation Plus?
Did you pay for it? I have no idea.
I got online. I don't know if I got Plus.
Well, that's the same thing, bro.
If you got the online, then you got Plus. I thought it was different tiers.
It is. The normal tier still gives you the free game, 2 free games per month.
Okay, then I'm going up there to get my free game. Go ahead.
Bet. I'd love to hear what you got to say about it. But
So is this a platformer?
No.
yes, brother. It is
No,
a
it's not.
platform.
It's a beat 'em up.
Kick
This
rock.
game. No, wait.
K-Bum,
No,
it's a side scroll beat 'em up. It's like Zelda.
That doesn't help.
No, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell you. So, Plucky Squire is a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. The main gameplay, I would say, it's like top-down Zelda. The main gameplay, but there is platforming. There is Mike Tyson Punch Out. There's what's that game that was Resogun. There's Finding Waldo. There's puzzles, the dungeons. There's so many things that this game is doing that I love as a gamer. Just things that, the combat, upgrading your weapons, little RPG elements and stuff like that. However, because it's a storybook game, so okay, let me see if I can set the tone. So you play as Jot, and you are like the hero of this book, and according to the game, there's like a series of these books, right. And the villain is tired of you beating him because he's like, I read the whole book and I'm tired of you beating me, but I got a new plan. The only way you can't beat me is you're not in the book. So that's when you see the little trailer where he's outside of the book because the villain throws him out of the book. And now the villain gets a chance to write his own story. I don't know what that story is. I'm just giving you like the synopsis. And then you find a way to get back into the story, into the book. And then you can go out of the book creating different types of puzzles. So let's say on the left side of the screen, there's a puzzle. And then on the right side of the screen, there's a puzzle. Well, sometimes you can't just walk straight across. Sometimes you got to get out of the book, go to the other side of the page, go in the book, pick up something from there, take it to the left side of the stage, or you might have to go back a few a few pages and find things to use to progress the story.
So it got Metromania is a Metro.
I mean,
Mania.
There's some backtracking, but it makes sense because you're basically rewriting the story.
Okay.
my only gripe with this game so far is they're holding my hand. There's a little character in there called Mini Beard, and he'll tell you or give you clues and stuff like that. You can avoid him. You don't have to talk to him all the time. And I choose not to talk to him just to make the game just a little bit more difficult because I actually want to figure it out. So every time you go to a new page, they're talking. And it's so annoying because it's like, man, I want to play in this world and all this gameplay, but they're holding my hand so much right now. It's kind of annoying. But I heard that they eventually let you loose. Turn me loose. I'm ready to play.
Is it voice acted or you got to read?
There's a narrator and then there's also like reading, so it's both.
Both, okay.
But yeah, once you get into it, play it. If you got PlayStation Plus, like I said, it's free. I think it's a pretty ingenious game. I'm loving what they're doing, combining all of these elements, combining all of these worlds. I don't know. I originally said it might be game of the year. I don't know anymore after playing it and all the stoppage. But it's a cool game. I think y'all should check it out for sure. Even though there's platforming, you should still check it out, K-Bum.
Sounds sleepy to me.
No, I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll appreciate it. So the next game is I finally finished Phantom Liberty. And oh my God, that was a roller coaster. So when
Phantom Liberty.
That's on Cyberpunk.
Oh, the DLC. Okay.
Yeah, I finally finished it. That was a roller coaster. You go and then there's still more. I beat the DLC and I'm still talking to the character that Idris that's in the game. I'm still talking to him. Man, I love this world. But what prompted me to play this was that they just released FSR 3. Which allows basically like a lower version of PSSR, just to kind of give you a hint. And then this thing is FSR 3, but there's also FSR 3.1 that's already out, but I don't know why they didn't do that. It gives even better performance. So I wanted to see what the performance was, and it really just prompted me to just kind of get back into the game. I went ahead and beat it. There's some Emmy type stuff from Metroid Dread. There's some Emmy stuff in there once you get to that last little portion.
Really?
It's pretty cool. You got to do a lot of sneaking, a lot of hacking. I appreciated it because it wasn't like bang bang, shoot 'em up, bang bang, shoot 'em up. But yeah, so Phantom Liberty finally finished it, and I'm probably going to get back into Final Fantasy, Cyberpunk, just to keep playing in the world, just to keep doing other things. And my last game, as Nia has spoiled it, Emio.
I ain't cuz. You playing games, cuz.
Yeah, I was playing some games.
Let me ask this before you continue. Do you work from home, sir?
Sometimes.
Okay, I was going to say because this is K-Bum cheat code stuff going on. Go ahead, sir.
I sometimes, and you got to understand. I also got a Switch. I could take it to work. I haven't done that in a while, but yeah, I work from home sometimes. That's actually how I finished this game, Emio. So y'all remember? I think it was like July 10th or 17th or something like that. Nintendo released that cryptid. Who is Emio? Paper bag guy, whatever, smiley face. And we were all intrigued, like, man, what is Nintendo gonna do? And then a lot of people were disappointed because it was a storybook game, like a graphic novel type game. So a lot of people were disappointed. I was still intrigued. So I downloaded the demo. I played through the demo, and like I told y'all last time, it's reading, it's in Japanese, but if you allow yourself to get into the story, I think you'll have a wonderful time. So I finished the game. There's like 2 parts to this game, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say that there's 2 parts that kind of give you the total story. Emio, so I wouldn't say you're like a real detective. The story has a narrative. You do get a score at the end based on all the things that you could, pick up on, things that you could remember. But I had a really good time. When I found out who Emio was, I was like, yo, that's crazy. When you find out the characters and how everything just kind of synced up. I can't give too much away because I really want y'all to at least play the demo. But once you if you play the demo and you get past, or you want to get past chapter 3, then I think you're hooked. It is creepy. I don't really know what else to say because I don't want to spoil the game. But Emio is a great time. I was actually shocked that Nintendo could write such a game. It is definitely a mature game. There's things that's said in there that I didn't know Nintendo would ever say. There's blood and all different types of things that you never thought Nintendo would ever do in this game. And yeah, I think y'all should download the demo and at least give it a try. Play it with your wives, man. I think they would enjoy it too. So that's what I've been gaming on.
Man, brother, that brother got some games in. Let me.
That does sound like me.
Man, okay, so welcome to the show, Alan Steve. Oh, okay, K-Bum, yeah. No, I don't know K-Bum. He actually, anyway, yeah, he sound like you. Go ahead, K-Bum, the floor is yours.
Yeah, that's good. You was about to hate me. You caught yourself. I appreciate that, sir. So I'm gonna keep mine very simple. What I've been gaming on, 'cause it has been very simple for me. I have been doing a little of college football. I am on it is year 2031, I believe, in my Michigan dynasty. And we're heading to our back national championship. So we're running the college football world right now. So I've been doing that a little bit, but the most of my time has still been on 2K 25. I've been spending a lot of time on this game, grinding with the homies, playing the 5-on-5 mode, pretty much trying to get my character up and get some of these. It's a bit of a grind this year, so it's gonna take a while to get me into a place where I feel comfortable. They changed shooting, so shooting is a lot harder this year. So you really have to focus and concentrate on the game. It takes a lot more to be a good shooter in the game. So I've been working trying to hone my skills and get better. But that's pretty much it. Just NCAA football and 2K. Like I said, this is the sports part of my gaming year, where I pretty much focus on sports games. But I'll open it up sometime around Christmas, and well, Sony doesn't have anything coming out, but maybe Outlaws or something like that drift me away from 2K. But right now, that's what I'm grinding on.
Okay, all right. Shouts out to
Phantom Liberty, brother.
Shouts out to K-Bum. Also, shouts out to DJ Fanatic. Alice D said, if the Switch 2 use your cell phones for voice chat, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Alan. We'll see.
I'm still gonna get it. But anyway. So I guess it's my turn, and as y'all know, I'm still playing on. See, I don't be getting it in like these brothers be getting it in. So I ain't gonna sit up here in front. But I have been doing some gaming, and of course, the game that I've been playing is that Astrobot, and I've been going live a few times to. I got to this particular spot where I discovered some secret worlds. I'm going to play a little bit of it and kind of talk about it and give my impressions and take on so far, the experience so far. So this is me playing. I'm going to die a lot because this stage was a little challenging. Your boy got skills, but it's just like this one part in this stage. Stage was challenging me too, like every time I got to it. But anyway, so far I'm gonna say this: Astrobot is really, 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 really good. I mean, amazing as a game. It's fun. Keith, I would say the music is getting better. Playing as Kratos was an experience, bro. Like, I think this is what's going to set it apart from Nintendo and Mario Odyssey and stuff like that. I'm going to continue to say it's not the platformer that Odyssey and Mario is. It's just not. It does not compete platform for platform jumping and what a platformer is. Astrobot takes a backseat to Mario. Where Astrobot outshines Mario is in ideas, nostalgia being placed all over the game. Like when I got to the stage where I come across Kratos, he ends up giving you his axe, and then you take on his powers. And if you ever played God of War 2018 or God of War Ragnarok, you're going to feel right at home because the controls is exactly the same. Like, K-Bun, you know when you throw the axe, you got to recall it, right? If you mute it. Huh?
I said, yep.
Yeah, that's there. It's there. It's in there. Everything that Kratos do for the most part in a small package is there. And it's those things that to me makes Astrobot depart from what Mario does. It's the visuals is there, the music is gotten a lot better.
Okay, yeah, because you weren't feeling the music at first.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't feeling the music till I got. Now the music is jamming now, and the stages are getting way more complex. It's a great game because of the nostalgia that it plays to and how it incorporates nostalgia. It does it in a way that Nintendo doesn't. It's not necessarily nostalgia for nostalgia's sake, but it really makes you remember and think of all the greatness that Sony has, that it makes you curious why they're not using this stuff no more. Now, my fear with it is that they won't have much else to go. I don't feel like they can go any much farther than they've gone with Astrobot as far as nostalgia. Like they kind of used all. I feel like they played all their marbles in this game for the most part, and it's dope. But I don't see how you could continue if that's going to be your stick. Is PlayStation nostalgia? I don't see how they continue to impress you with it, with how much they have done it in this game. I don't see how they can keep that up. So from a platformer standpoint, it's not Mario Galaxy. People are lying, but that doesn't mean it's not better than Mario Galaxy in so many other aspects. That Keith kind of put up this article that compared the two, and they gave Astrobot the better platformer over Galaxy. And I'm gonna be honest with you right here. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. There's many aspects to Astrobot that outperforms Mario, but it's just not in the platforming aspect. If you go on platformer, huh?
I said talk that talk.
Yeah, that's the only place. Like whoever tell you it's a better platformer than Mario can kick rocks, they lying. But if they say it's a overall funner, better, complete game, that's arguable. And I would go so far to say it's a toss-up. There are things about this game that I love a lot more than.
Hold up, pause.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Your gameplay is killing me.
It's killing me too.
I
told you I was getting mad. You see me pausing right here. I had to pause, man. I was so upset. Like, what the world am I doing? This ain't even hard. And I was struggling. Because it's not Mario in the platform, and it's stiff. It's not Mario in the platform, it's stiff, and I was rushing because I had to go to a football game, and I just found this stage. And I'm like, man, what? And I got to that one part, and I kept dying at it. I'm like, why am I dying at this part? It ain't even hard. So, yeah, I was looking kind of bad. I shouldn't even show this, but I don't care. Hey, I ain't always looking the best, but your boy can do it. It's just I was tripping on this particular time. So who was that? DJ Fanatic was in there. Nia was in there. There was a few of them jumping in. I think even a few of y'all jumped in while I was playing this game, man, and laughing at me as I was dying and getting upset and dang it and all the stuff I was doing. It was bull crap. It was that part right here, man. But anyway, I would say the game. And Keith, I ain't gonna let you get that. Slap yourself, Keith. You didn't have to call that to attention. You could let your boy slide on that.
We see it, brother.
Yeah, you see me on that one part. I'm gonna finally get past it. Because it's another part that's even better than matter of fact, let me do this since y'all took y'all time. This first stage that you see wasn't hard.
Y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all didn't say. I was
took y'all
quick.
time.
Don't say y'all took our time. I was quick.
Yeah,
Don't do me like that.
time, man. Y'all took y'all
Keep
time. I
keep.
take mine.
But pointing to the person you need to point it to. Nah.
So here's the stage that really impressed me is this one. And Nia did mess me up one time. So Keith, what was going on this stage is you could not hover over the platforms with the glass on it or it would break. And I didn't know that. They don't really tell you. You kind of got to discover it as you go. And it's kind of like, it feels like those later stages in Mario. This stage feels like that. Everything is glass. Everything is breaking. There's so much stuff going on. You dodging this, you dodging that. And like I said, my skills are still there. I mean, I'm doing it. It's just I get to certain parts and just mess up, mistime it like there, so. But the game this is when it got good to me. This part made me realize, oh, okay, Astrobot, you ain't, because it was too easy at first. I'm like, man, this is too easy. This ain't challenging at all. No, this was challenging, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It puts me in the mind of the Mario challenge. It limits you in a way that Mario doesn't. You don't have all the acrobatic skills that Mario has, and it was making it challenging. It was making it challenging. So
remind me of Squid Games.
So what's up, Cherry Man? So that's what I played this week. Astrobot is the real deal. I think it is game of the year. I'm gonna give this Plucky Squire a chance, and then I'm gonna say Zelda may give it a run for his money next week. I should have it, but I may wait until I beat this to buy Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I may go ahead and finish this because I'm basically halfway through. I'm 50% through. I got around 100 and I only got to find 300 of my bot friends. I already got like 120. So your boy doing his thing, man. And so I'm going to finish this pretty much 100% in all the stages I'm going through. Doggone it. What was I doing there? But anyway, good game. Enjoying it. That's what your boy been gaming on. I'll let y'all go ahead.
So this is Astrobot. This is the platforming piece that everyone's going crazy about.
This is Astrobot. Let me show you, K-Mo. Let me tell you something.
This is Astrobot. This is
Don't
the platform.
Do that. Don't do that.
You know what?
Don't do that.
You know what level?
Don't do that. Don't do that. So I'll let you see. This stage was so dope to me. This is the Kratos stage. And K-Mo, I'm not letting you do that. Astrobot is dope, man. I think you would like it.
You know I'm about to take this platforming conversation.
Now, one thing I want to say, and I brought it up, I think they trying to hint at where God of War is going next with these Egyptian snakes. There's a lot of Egyptian snakes and stuff in this game. And I'm like, is this trying to tell us where God of War may be going next? Is he going to Egypt? So this is Spoilerville. You knew Kratos was in it, so it's not a big spoiler, but you get to see the stage. So this stage excited me, man. This is when I feel like I started seeing where this game is about to separate itself from Mario. These type of power-ups, you don't get to do this. This is just, you do, but not this. This was epic. Like, to me, it's like Mario getting the Zelda Link's the Triforce. I mean, not the Triforce, but the Master Sword and the shield, and you going through like.
Look at that! I knew it.
Yeah. So this felt so good to me. This felt so good to me, man. I was like, this is so dope.
Feel a little sleepy.
Yeah, I'm laughing at you on the video and in person.
Okay, hold up.
So anyway,
if you ever played
I don't know. Did you give Heart and Soul? What's up?
I think it's
where is he at? Where?
Heart and Soul.
Oh, Heart and Soul. What's up, bro? I didn't see you in there. What's up? 72. But yeah, man. So this is me. Y'all can go there and check me out. I got skills that just didn't show up in this video. I kind of was embarrassed by what I was doing. I was having a good time, as you can tell. That's Nia talking right there, y'all.
Gonna make it special.
I was geeking out,
That's
y'all.
dope right there.
Yeah, I enjoyed this stage, man. The music, Keith, the music is jamming in this too. Listen to this music. The music jamming on this stage. So it took Kratos'
Music finally
music.
sound like something.
It took Kratos' stage and mixed it in with Astrobot theme, but they got that deep pianos and
What's
bass
this?
line. Yeah, this was I was enjoying myself too much on this side. So anyway, your boy been gaming, just won. But this is where my screen messed up. I set on my remote control. So anyway, that's the gameplay. If you got a PlayStation 5, go out and get Astrobot. I think you'll do yourself a service. With that being said, let's get into these topics. Let's get into this topic. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? So we've been waiting, speculating, anticipating. Y'all hear that, Ron? Anyway, y'all didn't even catch that. For a long time, this next entry into the Nintendo family with this hybrid, this new experience that the Nintendo fans get to live both, the best of both worlds. No longer do we need a Game Boy and a Game Boy Advance and a DS and a DS Lite. A 3DS. No, we don't need a GameCube and a Super NES and a N64 and a Wii and a Wii U. No, Nintendo understood the plight that we all had when we used to watch their videos and see them give too many games to the 3DS or too many games to the DS and forget about us over here that like the big screen experience. They said, no, we're going to bring both worlds together. And Keith K-Bomb, they called it a switch up. They said, we're going to switch up on y'all. And we're going to call it the Switch. And you can get your handheld experience on when you on the go, when you commuting to work, when you on the train, on the bus in New York, when you like K-Bomb sitting downstairs in your lounge chairs doing your work, like Keith. When he just goes into his kitchen, continue to do his work. You don't have to sit at the big TV. No, you can go sit down and pull out the hybrid experience and handheld experience and play right there. Any way you want to play, you can play today with Nintendo Switch. And it was a great thing. It was awesome. It was so good. And we've been waiting, and it was so exciting to get it. And we opened up the box and got the Joy-Cons and slid them on down. No oil. We don't need Diddy's oil. They was already ready to go. We didn't need no Diddy. We just slid the Joy-Cons into position. Wait a minute. And we touched the controller ever so softly. A good caress. And the greatness began with Breath of the Wild. And we was sucked in. Arms kind of made us guess for a second, but even Arms got some love over here. Now it's been 8 years, and we ready for the new thing. Nintendo is taking a good loving time to show us what's next. But oh boy, our people never fail us. They got us some good trinkets. They got us some news. And guess what, folks? It has leaked. The Switch 2 has leaked, unofficial, but I think Nintendo, I think these are legit. So we got to talk about it. So let me ask you guys, how do y'all feel? So much pause. What are we pausing for? No Diddy. I said no Diddy. I said no Diddy. Anyway, so how are y'all feeling about what you've seen in these leaks? I'm gonna try to pull this stuff up so we can discuss. I'm gonna go to Norris first because K-Bum, he said he'd be sleepy doing these topics. So I'm gonna go to Norris first. Man, what you thinking so far, man? How you feeling about all these leaks and what's going on with the Switch 2 leaks?
Can a brother just be surprised? on announcement day. Can a brother be surprised on announcement day? Y'all out here leaking, no Diddy, and doing all this stuff. Y'all out here trying to spoil the surprise. That's how I feel. I feel like y'all doing too much. Not you, but I feel like they out here doing too much. I know y'all ready. Y'all waiting. Y'all got your hands up. You praising and trying to get some Switch 2 stuff to come down. Like, just chill. Just right. Levelhead is playing Astrobot. He busy. I'm about to be playing Zelda next week. I'm busy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
We busy.
we ain't too busy for these leaks, Keith. I ain't let you get that off. Go ahead, go ahead. I'm ready for
But
this thing.
no,
Go ahead.
but no. When I saw it, I mean, of course, I immediately clicked on it. Let's not front. I clicked on it. I think I shared it with y'all too, or maybe you shared it too. But
I set the stage, DJ Fanatic. I was trying to, bro. I was doing my best to set the stage. They telling me to pause. We not pausing. I said no, Diddy. We don't need no baby all over here. They just slide in so ever so smooth. Yeah, I remember that day. Go ahead, Keith. My bad. I keep interrupting. My bad. Go ahead.
but no, we he kind of threw me off a little bit. But no, I was looking at the everybody was reporting it like fast, like, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, it looks good. And they were showing the size comparison between the renders between the original Switch and what this is. And of course it just looks like what were hoping for. We were hoping for just better. We were hoping that Nintendo wouldn't try to go and reinvent the wheel like they normally do. They go and reinvent the wheel, they jump off the cliff with some new idea, and they would abandon what was working. But this time, if these leaks are legit, and people are saying that they are, then I think they got their head on their shoulders correctly, and they're giving us more of what we like, but this time in a better package, in a bigger package. And I'm, I think they should go ahead and announce it. I can't see them announcing it in September. I think because of these leaks, because of Zelda coming out, because they got a new Switch coming out, that Switch Lite Zelda, I can't even see them even talking about this right now. That's why I'm like, people should chill, because like we know that all of this stuff is coming out. Nintendo's still trying to get that back, and trying to announce a Switch 2 may disrupt that, even if it's backwards compatible. They gotta hold off. So I'm thinking maybe early October before we get some information. I don't think they're gonna announce anything right now with Zelda coming out. I think that would be kind of suicide.
Yeah, Keith, don't pour water on the fire, man. Let us have our moment, Keith. Stop
I
trying to.
want to be surprised, brother.
That's too late. They already surprised you. I was surprised this week. K Bum, what's the topic, bro? How you feeling, man, about what we said so far? We can start talking about it in a little bit more details.
Um, yeah, it's we are in the age where we can no longer be surprised about anything. Uh, Everything and anything will be leaked.
It's
So,
over.
so yeah. From what we're seeing, I mean, I do like they're sticking with the same form factor. If these things are true, I think that it looks like more of the conversation that you had previously, level, when you were saying that you wanted them Nintendo to do similar to what PlayStation and Xbox is doing, which is iterating on an idea and improving that idea, instead of going from mini discs to cartridges to uh, joysticks with 27 buttons and 15 configurations of the way to hold it, to motion controls, to not motion controls, to a whole tablet, but to find something that works and iterate it, right, to improve it, make
Right.
it better. And if these leaks are true, it seems like they are going down uh, that path that you kind of laid out. I think for like a year now, it's kind of been what you've been preaching for that notion of what Nintendo should do, and that's good. I think this is going to lead to success. Naming it correctly would also help. I know
Man.
they've had some issues with with naming as well. I don't think as bad as whatever Xbox calls their next system, but naming the system has definitely had a negative impact on Nintendo. But I think they are in kind of new territory, right? With this whole uh, um, mobile type of console setup, and them first being in their own lane, and now having stiff pause competition in this mobile type of gaming. So I think everyone's kind of waiting for them to drop what they're going to do for the next system, because you have the ROG, you have the Steam Deck, you have for a lesser extent what PlayStation is doing with the Portal and the possible mobile version of Xbox. So they're what the piece that they own by themselves as far as this mobile phase is getting mighty crowded, and so they really need to hit things out the park.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, I'm excited for all the things that you said, K Bum. Keith, I'm excited despite all the things you trying to tell me to do. I'm still excited. One thing we gotta get in it because we got images and we got some specs. Now the spec part, I'm gonna have to lean on, like I said, Keith and different ones. But like I said, I am glad to see that it's kind of in the same lane as before. And let me see. No, that's not it. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So I'm glad to see that it is seemingly, now these are mock-up images. These are not the actual image, but this is supposed to be a pretty much one-to-one replica of what it's going to look like. And it's been confirmed by a lot of different individuals in the know that this is what they've been hearing. This fits the descriptions of what has been said. And we kind of even got some of these images where you see the Joy-Cons, you see all the whole stuff about the magnetic stuff. But we got to talk about a lot of stuff that we seeing here. So let's get, so I'm going to say I'm excited. And I'm going to tell you why. It feels like exactly what you said, K-Bomb. That Nintendo understands that we don't need to be different for different sake. Now, again, we don't know what the gimmick is. We don't know what the change up is. But based off these images, it's going to be pretty much a continuation of the Switch. Just a more powerful, more capable Switch. And I, for one, applaud that, man. I applaud that. I applaud that right there. What it says to me is, and I guess I want to get y'all thoughts on it, if this is the final form factor, and we can gather anything from how this thing look like, this, like, it looks like a sleeker Switch. That's what it looks like. It looks like a sleeker, bigger Switch. And Keith K-Bum, I'm happy with this. I'm happy, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I was expecting a more drastic change than this. I didn't think it was just gonna be a little bit bigger and maybe just a tad bit sleeker than what the original Switch was. The Joy-Cons look a little bit more smooth, a little bit more designed to fit in your hand, a little bit more comfortable. Like I'm looking at all this stuff, it got the little, instead of just having a C, what they call it, a USB-C on the bottom, they got a USB-C on the top. They have a earphone dock on the top. We got the power, we got the volume, of course the vent. I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. I really am. I'm liking that it looks like a continuation. It looks familiar. And I know a lot of people are not necessarily happy with the idea that it's just going to be a more powerful continuation. I think that's the smartest move they could make. Let me ask y'all, are y'all comfortable with Nintendo basically just giving you a more capable Switch?
I mean, that's what most people wanted. They wanted to be able to play the Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild style games with a more capable system. You know what I mean? Even if it was still at a 30 frames a second. I think K-Bone brought it out when we first started talking about Breath of the Wild. That draw distance was horrendous, and it's things of that nature, that quality of life that we want to see improve. Like, it's like the games that you gave us were great, but we know that they can be better. So if you have a better hardware, and I know we're gonna get into the specs in just a minute, but if you got better hardware and you can render these things better, you can render them faster. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. I honestly didn't want them to go too far away from what's gotten them this success. I think it would be dumb to to like jump out the box and say, "Oh, we're going back to the Wii U form factor." Like, oh wait, don't do that. And and I don't know if you got any renders about the dock, but they say the dock has fans in it now. And,
Yeah, I don't have no renders of that. I just got the little mock-ups of the actual system, is the Switch itself. So,
yeah. That one button on the side looks stupid. I don't like that. Like, what is that? They got it's like, so if your fingers are like on the triggers.
Yeah, it's a release. It looks like a release button.
There's okay, a release. Okay,
yeah, that's the release button for because it supposedly no longer
magnetic.
doesn't slide. No Diddy. But it's magnetic. You know, there's connection. Woo, that's dope. They could have called it the connection. Anyway, let me stop it. Anyway.
My gosh.
So right here, as you can see, and I can't really make this, I don't know why this won't let me stroll up, but you kind of see in this picture where you got, like you see the Joy-Cons, they made the SL and the triggers on the top, buttons a little bit bigger, more. I feel like it's more comfy for your hands. You see where the magnetic, all that stuff goes, and so I'm thinking it's gonna be cool. I really do. This picture right here, clearly the Joy-Cons look bigger. I don't know if you can tell that, Keith, that the Joy-Cons look a lot bigger. There is a mystery button on this particular, the right Joy-Con seems like it has a mystery button that we don't really know what it is. But this is all supposed to be a prototype shell to kind of give them an idea of what they're going to be producing. So I don't think you can fake this. I don't see why anybody would go through this much to fake it. I think this is the real McCoy. And it looks, like I said, it looks just like what we currently has a little bit. It looks a little bit sleeker. Nia said it doesn't necessarily look more comfortable. I guess I can agree with that. I don't know. It may look about the same comfort, but it looks a lot sleeker.
But the size is going to make it more comfortable.
Yeah, I think the size will. So let's get into okay, Bum, your thoughts, and we didn't get you in here. What's your thoughts, bro?
About what exactly?
The fact that it's staying, it kind of seems to be just more of an improvement of the Switch than gimmick related.
I think it's the best. I think that is the best decision they can do for their next console, because if we look at their history, Nintendo's history, outside of the transition from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, there has not really been success following a successful system. They really haven't had that. Now on the mobile side, yes, mobile side, absolutely. I'm not going to deny that at all. But on the console side, they really haven't had success going from one successful console to the next console, and so it's a little worrying as they moved into this new generation that they can continue the success that the Switch was. And I believe, like, this is my thought, that following a similar form factor and similar setup is going to allow them to maybe it doesn't do 140, 150 more, but it's hopefully it doesn't lead to a flop. And they've had their first share, and I'm thinking that this will secure success into the next generation. So that's kind of my take on it.
Okay. All right, so let's get into it. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. So one thing I do like is they kind of show you in this picture the difference in size. Keith, did it shock you with just how much bigger it seems like the Switch 2 or whatever they're going to call it is going to be?
No, I think they have to make it. There it is. I think they have to make it bigger.
I'm just saying, was you shocked by seeing how much bigger it was? I mean, I know you hear the screen supposed to be 8 inches, but to actually see it in comparison to the OG Switch, that's a nice difference in size, like noticeably different.
Well, of course, my concerns would be, battery life and stuff like that. You made it bigger, but did you improve the thermals and all that other stuff? But yeah, I'm happy about that. I think the Switch definitely needed a bigger screen, and I know the OLED is a little bit bigger too. So, didn't you say you played the OLED at Best Buy or something like that?
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it in motion, and I'm glad you brought that up, Keith. So as y'all know, I have been anti OLED. I've never sung the praises of the OLED. I always felt like it was a waste until I saw it in action. And I'm just gonna have to do this real quick. Let me do this real quick.
Slap yourself.
I gotta slap myself. The OLED looks substantially better than OG Switch. Now, it probably won't translate on the screen, on the big screen, unless you have an OLED there. So, K-Bum, I guess that's what you're experiencing when you hook up the Switch. But on that screen, oh, yeah, I didn't realize it was that noticeably different. Like it looks noticeably different. It pops different. It's way more vibrant. It honestly looks like a visual improvement. It looks like you got a more powerful system just because of the screen on it. So I guess the question could go from there. Are you disappointed that Nintendo seemingly did not go with an OLED screen for this system, but went to a 1080p LED screen?
Disappointed. It's interesting, but I think they got to get their money first. Yeah. And I think we'll probably see the same situation on our hands where they come up with an OLED model later on down the line. But this is business, and you got to understand Nintendo's about business first. If you're thinking they're finna jump out the gate and bust you over the head with the greatest and latest tech, they are not. They're gonna get their money first, and then they'll start having fun with you. Okay. Got to secure that bag first. So no, I'm not disappointed.
So Heart and Soul said no stand. Yes, it is a stand. As you can see right here, I think the stand is like on the OLED Switch, where the whole back plate has the stand like this right here, instead of this little flimsy thing that was on the Switch. They kind of made the whole back a stand. Like when you fold it out, it kind of goes the full length of the back of the system. So that's pretty dope. Yeah, it's a lot here, man. So okay, and then you got here, what we've seen already. So I guess we got to get into the specs. Now, this is where, Keith, I'm gonna need you to kind of come to the forefront, because this is not my area of expertise. So can you kind of break down some of the stuff you've seen in here?
No. I've been waiting to say that.
Okay.
I don't know let me look at it. But honestly, I don't know what the numbers mean. I'm be honest with you, because all of this stuff is custom.
Right.
So I mean, the LPDDR is definitely RAM. I think the 7500 is the speed of that RAM.
Yep, you're right on that.
Okay, but K-Bum, you can answer some of this. You look at that tech stuff.
If you know it,
Well, I would have to do research beforehand before I came and give that.
Right.
But it's definitely RAM. The LPDDR. Um, I believe that's not the top end of of RAM. But like I said, I didn't get a chance to do my research needed for this to answer that question. It is it looks like there's the HDMI port that you kind of just glossed over. I was trying
yeah,
to talk to.
HDMI 2.1.
I'll go back. I went back. My bad. So what'd you say? HDMI what? Yeah, that's supposed to say that it's actually gonna do 4K.
That's not saying that it
Well,
will do 4K. It
it
says that
said
it can do 4K.
that's what I'm saying. That it can. Is projected that
Okay.
it can do 4K.
Is that 4K gaming or 4K video?
I don't know. I don't know. If I'm saying it's 2.1, that means it can do 4K. That's all I was saying. That it can that the images that come out of the thing can be at 4K. Put it like that. It has a near field communication, so that means the amiibos are going to be returning. Keith, you did bring up the double dispenser heating fan. So it's a dual fan. Let me see what else. I will have about 10.5 to 11 gigabytes of RAM available for games. LPDDR5X is the best RAM available for this form factor. Okay, D2K. So this is what I've been hearing. I don't know how to read this, but I just go off of what I've been hearing. So it has 12 gigabytes of RAM, supports HDMI 2.1, 256 gigabytes of internal storage. So that's a considerable bump up from what the Switch was. I think the Switch was what? 32 or 64?
You talking about the flash memory?
Yeah.
It was 32.
So it jumped up to internal storage up to 256 gigs. What I'm hearing is, this is what I've heard from different videos that I watch. They kind of did they kind of tried to break down what they believe in the power is going to be based on these numbers. They're saying that the power is going to be somewhere in the ballpark of PlayStation 4 Pro, between PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox Series S. Somewhere in between there. Like, that's base. That's like handheld, they saying PlayStation 4 Pro docked somewhere in between PlayStation 4 Pro and Series S. That's not including the super sampling. That's just the base level. And that don't sound bad to me, man. That don't sound bad to me at all. If that's true, based on these numbers with the gigabytes of RAM, I think it got more than the Series S, because the Series S only has 10 gigs of RAM. This has 12. If these reports are true.
And the 4 and the 8 had 8 gigs of RAM. Although I will say this, not raw numbers don't tell the whole story,
right,
but those numbers are looking pretty good though.
Yeah, and so they were saying that one thing that will be different is the load speeds. Like, this thing is going to be loading really, really fast. That was one of the things Nintendo said that they wanted to address. We already seen what Sony and Microsoft has done. Pretty much load screens are almost a thing of the past. So, that's one of the reasons I hated jumping back to the Switch experience, is because of the load screens. When you get done, when you playing games on the PlayStation 5 and load screens are pretty much non-existent, what you say, K-Bomb. There's pretty much hardly any load screens. I'm not gonna say they're not there, but for the most part, there is not much load screens going on. Here and there, but they for seconds. They ain't even maybe a second and a half, maybe not even that, and you in the game. Whereas on the Switch, them load screens could be almost 20 seconds long, sometimes 30 or more. And so when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, that was jarring going back to Tears of the Kingdom and waiting for the game to start up and waiting for the screen to load up and watching all that spin around. I was like, dang, man, I forgot what this feels like because I hadn't played the Switch in so long between Tears of the Kingdom and all the other games I was playing on the PlayStation 5. So it is really nice to hear that load screens on the next Switch 2 or the Switch 2 will be in and around that similar place as the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. How do y'all feel about that? Whoever want to go first?
I think that's incredible. Because one, it's Nvidia that's giving us this, so that means the games. Like you look at, a while back, if y'all want to go back to the chat, if y'all want to go back, Level did a show where he was showing how good the PS4 still looks, and of course y'all know that, but the PS4 still looks good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. For the most part, we're still playing on PS4 level games, just in higher fidelity. So theoretically, I guess you could say, and until we get it to be a fact, and Nintendo actually announces it, they've actually caught up. No, they're not PS5 Pro. No, they're not PC. But there is the difference between them getting a game and not getting a game. Is those days are probably long gone. And the Switch was already doing some of that Vaseline, but it was still doing it.
No Diddy.
So no Diddy. Little baby oil on the screen, but I still can play. I'm still playing. I'm out here. I'm in these streets. But now now we're gonna get a chance to see what Nintendo can do when they working with this type of power. So I'm excited about that.
Go ahead, K-Bone.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
How do you feel about the possibility of experiencing PlayStation 5, Xbox Series levels of load speeds on the new Switch?
Oh no, I think it brings them into the generation they're supposed to be in, right? Because that is the technology that the PS5 and to a better extent, well, the PS5 kind of championed with their new version of the SSD, which allows them to do things that they couldn't do before with Ratchet and Clank and with the speed of traveling in Spider-Man, and then also what you're able to do in Xbox space, where you can quickly restart, get back into a game seconds after seconds after turning the system completely off. It only takes seconds to get directly back into a particular place in the game. And so that kind of puts Nintendo back into the generation that they're in, allowing them to still be able to play with the big boys. And like you said, with those experiences, those games, that's going to be cross platforms, and allows the developers to utilize some of the same technology that they're doing on Xbox and PlayStation systems to be able to do that on the Nintendo system as well, and which will help with loading, help with graphics, and help with a lot of other things that they struggle with trying to produce the same level of content on a smaller device.
Okay. So I'm trying to think what else. So the next thing, so I kind of want to go where Keith was kind of alluding to with the, if the power is around where they saying, this is kind of what it, I pulled up Ghost of Tsushima and trying to show, I wanted to pull up the PlayStation 5 compare. Hold up just a sec. Let me redo this. Pro versus 5. There it is. Let me do that. And see what the difference is. Yeah, this will work. Just want to see a visual comparison. So this is Ghost of Tsushima running on the PlayStation 4 Pro versus the PlayStation 5. And if the Switch is PlayStation 4 level, that's about what look, man. Now I know this is the same game, so it may not be fair because this was made for the PlayStation 4, but that's the visuals you were seeing. And that looks amazing. If the Switch can do these level graphics, people, that is a substantial jump from what we experience right now. There's no comparison. There will not be any more melted ice cream. There will be no more. What did you say, Keith? What did you say?
Vaseline.
Vaseline. There will be no more. None of that. So, like, what do you, I mean? Really, if this is the case, if this is what the Switch can do from a base standpoint, graphics of this caliber. What does this mean? What does this do for Nintendo? What does this do in light of Sony and Microsoft? Let's kind of go there.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I'll go ahead and jump into it first. I know you've been taking the first a lot in some of these conversations, but what I think, like I said, I think this gives more. One of the things people have been talking about with Astrobot, along with the gameplay and how fun it is, one thing that stand out, especially when compared directly to Mario, is the visuals. It is the way the technology is used. When you talk about, it's not just graphics on top of graphics. They talk about the physics. They talk about the amount of particles they can introduce on the screen, the way that the physics interacts with those particles, right? It's not, and that raw power of the PS5 allows you to do those type of game elements, introduce those game elements into this simplified game to make it more diverse. And so, what this does for first Nintendo is it allows their first party games, which always look better than everything else that comes on their console. It gives them more headroom, right? We would give them more headroom, so we're not seeing the 20 frames per second with Zelda, right? That you can crank out some great looking games, some great draw distances, and your first party games can be elevated and it gives your developers more headroom to be even more Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it also helps with that cross platform. It helps with developers, minimizing the gap of them being able to say, well, we can't reproduce our vision on this console. Therefore, we're not going to this console. As we've said, you can make anything run pretty much on anything. But one of the holding what holds it back is a lot of developers, and they say, well, we can't recognize our vision on this system. Not that we can't get it to work, is that what we envision the game to look like, we can't do it on the system. That minimizes that gap and allows for, hopefully coming in the future, day and date games. Because the Switch, one of the things that Switch has suffered is day and date. They get it 6 months, 3 months, a year later than when it released on the PlayStation and the Xbox system. And I think day and date is what is going to be beneficial for those consumers, especially those who only exist in the Nintendo ecosystem. So that's my thoughts.
All right, Keith, your floor.
And took the words right out of my mouth with that second one. That's the main thing. I literally made a decision to buy Plucky Squire on my PC simply because I didn't know what how the Switch was gonna perform. And I can imagine if in a future, like Kayvon just said, it minimizes that I guess that confusion or developers not being able to put their full vision on the Nintendo platform finally. And it also allows for people to make, informed decisions like, hey, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get this game on the Switch 2. No, I want to call it the NX2. I want to get this on the NX2, and I know I'm still going to get really good performance, visuals, and I get to take it with me, So all in one form factor, all in one device, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, there's other means of doing that. I don't want to, act like Nintendo's the only one out there because they created the competition, and the competition has stepped up. But for Nintendo's sake, having their own first party games taking advantage of this hardware like they've never taken advantage of it before, with uncompromised or slightly compromised third party titles coming over, it's looking like they could be the leaders again if everything lines up the way it's supposed to line up. So that's what it would mean to me.
Yeah, like, and that's what I'm trying to show. Like, when you get to see just how marginal the improvement from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 is, don't get me wrong, these are games built up for PlayStation 4 that we showing. But
That's true.
These games still hold up to this day. They don't look dated. They may not look as shiny, may not look as sharp, but they definitely don't look dated. And this is what possibly the base level Switch 2 can do, just at base. No NVIDIA DLSS super sampling going on. Just base level, we looking at between PlayStation 4 Pro, and somewhere between Series S. That's, to me, that is tremendous. And what we're about to experience for us a leap. It may not be like, that's going to be a leap for those who play primarily on the Nintendo system. That's going to feel like a leap. You're going to feel like you made a substantial jump. And that right there, I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't confident that was going to be the case. But when I saw that, if everything that's saying is true, when I saw the 12 gigabytes of RAM, I remember Digital Foundry talking about they didn't believe Nintendo would put that much in there. They were saying we would love to have 12 to maybe even 16, but knowing Nintendo, they said they'd probably put like 8. And to see Nintendo put, if this is true, put 12, that says to me that they not trying to be too far back. I feel like we unhit that diminishing returns level, and they feel like, hey, we can go a little out there. So I'm excited about that. If this is true, that's one thing that stood out to me: the RAM and the speed, and what they were saying the base power would be. So, what else about this that stood out to y'all about this leak?
I do want to say one more thing. I think the telltale sign when we finally get the reports and all the other stuff is going to be GTA 6. I think GTA 6, just based on what we've seen right now, is probably the most next gen looking game other than Cyberpunk. I have a bias, but I think GTA 6, if that can run on the Switch, which it probably can, and if it's on there, then we cooking with fire, y'all. We cooking with fire.
It's not a bias, Keith. That is the best looking game in this generation. That's not a bias, bro. That's
Cyberpunk,
fact.
yeah.
It's facts, bro.
What game again? You said GTA 6?
Cyberpunk.
No,
Cyberpunk. Okay.
Best looking game in this generation. There's nothing touching it yet.
This is God of War Ragnarok. This is God of War 2018 running on the PlayStation 4 Pro. You can't tell me. Go ahead, Keith.
I do want to say one thing about Cyberpunk. So I was playing around with the FSR 3, and I turned on the ray tracing just to see. It crippled my computer. Like it dropped all the way down to 30 frames. Maybe a little above 30 frames. But my God, I was driving under the street lights, and you could see the reflection. It was perfect. I was like, this is amazing. This game is beautiful. But I had to turn it off though. I can't play it on 30 frames.
It's gonna blow your computer up,
man.
Fire your systems.
So, looking at this, man, like, dude, if this is what
this is 2018.
This is 2018.
Okay.
If this is what Nintendo Switch 2 can do, we as a Nintendo fans, we haven't been here since GameCube. Do y'all realize if these rumors are true and what's been leaked is true, that this is what this system could do? We haven't experienced this type of almost being so. We haven't experienced being this close to the other two since GameCube. This is close, y'all. This is really close. like I own the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 is not blowing the PlayStation 4 out the water. It is definitely better. K-Bum, am I wrong to say that? It's definitely better.
You got a Pro?
I got a K-Bum got a Pro. I got a PlayStation 4 and I got a PlayStation 5. K-Bum had the 4, the Pro, and the 5. Is the 5 just blowing the PlayStation 4 away?
For those games that are made explicitly for the PS5, like Ratchet and Clank,
Let's go there.
it is definitely better. I
It's
mean, the
definitely
ray
better. That much
tracing,
is yeah.
the ray tracing along in that game and the graphics is like it is the next generation, but we don't get enough of that. And so, for the most part, I'll say 90% of me say yes. I agree with you. There are just a handful of games that challenges that blowing out the water piece.
Yeah. So this is Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 4. Not the Pro. Just the PlayStation 4 running at I think this is 1080p. Yes, 1080p, 60 frames per second. Mind you, this is YouTube. Now this does not compare to Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. But this is what it looks like. So let me go to Rifts Apart. Let me see.
And I do want to point this out while you pulling it up.
Let me do Pro first. Let me see if I can find Pro.
Another bias. Well, K-Bone gave me a free license, but we know when Nintendo has this type of power, it's not like this game right here. This Ratchet and Clank, even on the PS4, Nintendo would have did this leaps and bounds better. I don't know what the type of magic they'd be over there doing, but they just seem to be able to squeeze power and juice out their system like none before.
Okay, so yeah, and I agree with you, Keith. I agree that I'll say this. We know that what Nintendo is able to do with what they've been doing. This level of power is kind of like wow. What? That's why I'm like, man, yeah, this is crazy. But this is Ratchet and Clank for running on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and I want you to kind of just take this in for a second, and then I'm going to go to Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart, PlayStation 5. There's going to be a difference, but not that much. Not that from what I remember, it's not that much different than this. It is different. It is a lot better, but it's just letting you know just how close Nintendo is, and then you add in DLSS. That's going to be crazy, man. So anyway, let me show Rifts Apart. Hold up. Let's go back. Rifts Apart. There you go. Let's look at this. All right, so this is Rifts Apart on the PlayStation 5. This is showing you on YouTube. I don't know why they're showing Spider-Man, but yeah, go ahead. So, yes, there is a noticeable difference. Don't get me wrong. But it ain't blowing it away. It's like K-Bum said, it's better. It's definitely better. But it's not blowing it away. And that's what that's the only thing I'm trying to push. And then you add, like Keith said, you add Nintendo's details to animation and video and that type of stuff with the Marios and all that, what we've been seeing them do with games on the Switch. Oh yeah, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy, man.
I'm sorry, that ray tracing makes this look like a whole different game.
It does. I said it's better. I absolutely.
But I still think this reaches close to be blown away. It's close.
Let me see. Go ahead. I'm listening. Let me go back.
It's the subtle details in the light, the refraction, the colors. Stop showing Spider-Man. Get out of here, Spider-Man. No one asked you to be here. We're not talking about you yet.
Yes. The rate. Because I just went back and I'm a little ahead of y'all. What y'all seeing? Y'all seeing what they seeing right now? I'm gonna say you right on the money, K-Bump. It's right there. But remember, the Switch gonna have some levels of ray tracing. That's what I'm trying to say. If this is the base level, and the difference is the ray tracing. You absolutely. I'm trying to let me see if I can find a more futuristic stage, because the stage on Rips
The
Apart
PS4 was
is
a good.
amazing.
Yeah, with all the colors and the line,
Yeah.
the fluorescent and the shadows and the dark with the
Yeah, it's plush. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's definitely way better. You're right. That I would say that is like blowing you out of the water.
it's
But
not too many games that do that.
yeah,
That was my point. My point is this game does that. My other point was there's not too many games that do that. And that's why to 90-80% of the games you can play on the PS5, you're not going to be blown away. You're going
right,
to say that that's better. That's a better looking game, but you're not going to be mouth on the floor type of wow.
right.
This is
And
amazing.
I'm saying if Nintendo can do what I'm seeing here with Ratchet and Clank PlayStation 4 Pro, and then you add in whatever the DLSS ray tracing they can do there, that's gonna be pretty darn good. That's all. No, you're right. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is killing Ratchet and Clank for on the PlayStation 4 Pro. You absolutely right. There's no comparison. I mean, it's not ugly, but it ain't Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 5.
You know what I've noticed? You ain't show no Xbox games.
I know. I thought the same thing. What is
Xbox
that?
don't got games.
I don't feel like Xbox has any games that I would want to show here. But yeah, okay, well, you absolutely right. That ray
No, what
tracing
about
dude set it apart.
Yeah, it does. It opens the world up and it makes it more believable. But you got Hellblade. Show that?
Hellblade is beautiful.
I'm not showing Hellblade.
It is beautiful.
I know.
The one thing Hellblade has for itself, and the one thing that is done well, and we cannot argue against it, is that it is a beautiful game.
Facts.
Now, is it a great game?
Okay.
But we cannot argue.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm not fighting that. Y'all.
It's gorgeous.
So let me ask this question. And welcome to the show, RS. I don't know. Welcome to the show. He says, how long do you think the Switch 2 would last, though? Would you be okay with them going another 7 years before the next console after Switch 2? Okay. Dang. Woo! K-Bone, you ain't never lied. Oh, my God. I forgot about how good this game looks. Oh, my God. That was crazy visually. Man, I had to. Sorry, RS. This right here, Jesus. Oh my God, I forgot. Yes. Rift Apart is blowing.
Respect.
Yeah, Rift Apart is blowing Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation out the water. Nintendo, but we thank you for it anyway. So, what did he ask? He said, "Do I want to see? How long do we think the Switch 2 would be?" I don't think Nintendo can go another. I don't think they can get what they got with the Switch. I don't think they can keep the Switch 2 that long. I'm thinking it'll probably return back to more close to the normal cycle, 5 to 6 years, maybe 7, but definitely not 8. Definitely not what we experiencing right now. I think there's a lot of factors that allow Nintendo to do that. The pandemic, the economy, Sony and Microsoft, the lack of games on Sony and Microsoft, the lack of games that really just
a whole year arguing at each other.
In
legal battles.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of factors, and I believe the biggest factor was Nintendo consolidating for the first time, and they was able to pump games out at a level that just I don't care. And their games don't have to be draw dropping like this Ratchet and Clank clip right here. So I don't think they have that. I think COVID was the biggest factor, if I be honest. COVID gave them probably 2 extra years. The pandemic gave them about 2 extra years. So I believe it'll return to its normal 5 to 6 year cycle. I don't think we'll see what we just seen now. Because I think even PlayStation them benefited from that. They was even a little longer, wasn't they? Than they typically would be. Or did they come in 5 years? Did they? Man, this game looks amazing.
PS5 is what, 4 years old?
Yeah, I'm talking about the
PS5
4.
Yeah. I think 2013 is when the PS4 dropped, and then the Pro came in, I think 2016, 2017, and the 5 came in 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
2019, 2020? Yeah, it was 2020. It was COVID. So it was what, about 6 years then? Yeah.
No, it was 2019. Was it 2019? Was it COVID?
I feel like 2019.
It was
2019. No, it was 19 because I got on my wife's.
Okay.
It was
We
my
both
wife's
got it at the
birthday.
same time. I do know we both had it the same year. Because
All right, so I want to get on that question.
Go ahead.
You know,
Man, this looks amazing. I'm sorry. This looks amazing, bro.
I'm a little different than my brothers
I'm
over
mad
here.
at
You know
you,
what I'm
man.
saying?
I'm mad at you for blowing my spot.
See, he trying to talk over me. He don't want me to say this. He don't want me to.
Because K-Ball making me feel like, dang, I just really misspoke. Y'all, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is killing.
You're a prisoner of the moment.
Yes, I was. Go ahead, Keith. My bad.
You don't want me to say this. I'm having the most fun with my Switch.
Oh Lord,
in year 8.
It is you.
See, he didn't want me to say it. In year 8, I'm having the most fun I've had on my Switch in a long time.
You're the reason.
And I am the reason that Nintendo's like, well, that Keith got satisfied. We're good. No, if they ready to move on, we ready to move on. But I've been trying different games, like I talked about MEO, and just doing different things that these developers are giving to us. The Plucky Squire is different, in my opinion. So for me, I do want the power. I want Nintendo to have all that, and if it can last, and if it does go back to 5-year cycle, that's fine. But I encourage everybody to just try different things when it comes to gaming. I mean, money. Sometimes money plays a factor, but I will definitely give things a different shot. And you won't even be looking at the power like that no more. Like a lot of people get stuck just playing the big games or the main games, and it's like, it's a lot of other stuff out there to play. So for me, the Switch has been stretched, and we still getting Zelda ain't even out yet. We get another Zelda out. Well, come on, man. Metroid. Oh well, I do want Metroid Prime on the Switch too.
Thank
Wait,
you.
wait.
I
don't know. I don't know.
Slap your
I don't want to put it on the Switch. I don't want to put it on the Switch. I want Phoenix in all her glory. I don't know.
Keith thought about. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't want that there, but.
That's where we draw the line, Nintendo.
So to show Xbox some love, this is Gears of War 4 running on the Series S, and this is kind of what they say in the place that the Switch 2 would be. This looks good, people.
The NVIDIA is the king of ray tracing right now, so it'll look better than this.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying base model. It's supposed to be somewhere in maybe just below this, and maybe right on it, because of the gigs that it has over, but and the more modern technology. So, man, Nintendo may be about to blow us away with this thing, and like I said, it's not going to be PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, or nowhere near PlayStation 5 Pro. But if this thing can get here. And that's just at the base, and then you add on NVIDIA technology with the DLSS, super sampling and ray tracing and all that stuff. Y'all, I don't think we not fathoming what we're gonna see. I don't know, man. Could you imagine Zelda, Mario? Like Mario really could give Astro Bot a run for his dollar in visuals. At that stage, especially with Nintendo hands and what they're able to do. So I feel like we do have something to be excited for. I am holding my breath. This is rumor, so it got to be with a little grain of salt. Man, I want to play Gears of War 5. Man, I never played it. I want to play it, but I beat this one though, and it was a fun game. Are any of you guys playing Warhammer? Y'all gonna get Warhammer?
Not on my radar.
Yeah, it ain't on my.
Nah.
I plan on getting it, but it'll probably be bargain bin. Okay, so let's go to the next subject. Okay, so Nintendo had the leaks, all this stuff. Are we excited? Are we happy about what we've seen so far with the Switch 2 leaks? If it's true, are we happy? Let me let y'all say that before we move on. Are we happy with what we have seen? If they are true.
I'm happy.
Okay.
Just stick with the form factor, man.
Okay, so the next thing then is Nintendo and their lawsuit. And so I got to pull this up real quick. Yeah, I need to get that as one of my samples. But so let's go here real quick. I'm trying to pull it up. I got to go to our chat room and find that article. I think K-Bum kept on posting this in the chat. Like, we are going to talk about this, sir. Do not skip over. I like K-Bum. You have shared this like 4 times. Let me find it. So, as y'all know, Nintendo has sued. Who makes this game? So, let me go to this Nintendo.
Here go Nia.
What's she say?
Hate it.
Okay,
she don't feel like they should sue.
September 19th. What's today's date? That's today, you guys. This is Nintendo. I think this is Nintendo trying to pour water on this leak. But anyway, September 19th, 2024, to whom it may concern, the Pokemon Company Nintendo Co. Ltd. filing lawsuit for infringement of patent rights against Pocket Pair Inc. Nintendo Co. Ltd. Koto, is that how you spell that? How you say that? Anyway.
What are you talking about?
Kyoto. I'm not going to say all these names. Representative Director and President Sakura Fuyacho. I don't know how to say his name. I mess it up all the time. Together with the Pokemon Company, Fuikawa, there you go, filed a patent infringement lawsuit in the Tokyo District Court against Pocket Pair Inc. On September 18th, yesterday, 2024. The lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Palworld, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights. Man, I wonder where they're going. They can probably go for art style, I guess. Nintendo will continue to take necessary action against any infringement of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it has worked hard to establish over the years. So that's that one. Let me look at this other one that I think either K-Bum or Mr. Noah shared. It may have a little bit more details. Let me go here. If it's the same, we'll see. Yeah, this is the same. So what are we thinking about this? How is this smart on Nintendo's part? And do you think they're gonna win? Because I don't see where they can really come at them but on character designs.
Well, Nia said there's patents. I don't know if you saw her.
Yeah.
But I think, just to be funny for a second, I think Nintendo got mad at the leaks and said, we finna hurt somebody. We finna pick on somebody. You know what? Flip the switch. We was gonna sue them in the first place. We let them slide, but somebody done leaked that stuff. They gotta get somebody finna get it. I don't know what, because this game came out in what, January, February?
I thought it came out last year. Did it come out this year?
I think it came out in January this year.
Okay, let me look.
And it took them this long to say something.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've been this whole time trying to find what angle they can come at. I think they probably had it, but I think
January.
I think this is also trying to throw some ice on this fire. this, this leak. I think it is trying to, knock out two birds with one stone. We can finally announce that we are suing Palworld, and we can kind of pour some cold water on this leak stuff, distract. But I don't see where they really have a leg to stand on. Go ahead.
I think it's the Powerballs, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I think if they had the characters looking the way they did, that's one thing. But they get in something like a Pokeball, just like Pokemon. You know, it'd be different if those characters were just always walking around, but you captured them using a Pokeball. So, called a Pal Sphere. That's what it's called. Pal Sphere.
So, okay, this is what D2K said. Patterns are about things like gameplay mechanism or actions made by characters in game. For instance, Link's spin sword attack would be a pattern. But that's okay. I agree. I get that part. But I guess I'm questioning. I'm gonna let Keith and K-Bum kind of come in here. Like taking your analogy, D2K. It's so many games that also do that very move. It may not be exactly like Link, but they do what you call a spin attack with the sword. And like what Keith is saying, doesn't Digimon kind of do the same thing with the balls?
I cannot remember what Digimon do, but I don't think they do balls.
It's funny because I was already looking it up.
Digimon?
Yeah, I'm looking up Digimon.
Let me see if
I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, I'll pull it up here. But looking at the game, looking at what I'm looking at, this does not, outside of the characters they're going for looking like Pokemon characters, this reminds me more of like Fortnite than Pokemon. Like when I see this character running around and doing the stuff he do, it look like they took ideas from Fortnite, maybe some influences from Pokemon, which is, I don't think you can patent influence. I don't see how they win this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't. I don't see how they gonna win this. But this Nintendo, they maybe can. They use
Digimon doesn't use the Pokeballs.
Yeah, Nia said they use a tablet-like thing. Some companies, no lawsuits.
Appmon.
The same company, no lawsuit. Craftopia rips off of literally everything. Let me look up this game that D2K is talking about. Craftopia. Make sure I'm spelling that right. Okay, there it is.
While you're doing that, I did want to give there's one more shout out that we missed. It's the first time I remember seeing them, but You Only Have I Known.
That is Keith. Slap yourself.
Oh, that's Keith too? I forgot me. Oh, that's right. Earlier today. Oh, Lord. I've been clickbaited. Oh, help me. You some of us.
Yeah, man. You had me. So this is the game that this is the game
3.
This is the game that D2K was talking about that basically bars from everything. I just don't. I'm be honest with you. I don't really see Nintendo winning this. I just don't. I don't see how they gonna win it. And it's clearly drawing inspiration from Nintendo game. But that's like Nintendo going to sue the people who made Thunder Ray for infringing on Mike Tyson Punch Out. It does everything Punch Out does. But
isn't there doesn't it like that time limit goes on? Because I remember like Nintendo had a patent for the D-pad, and after they had lost not necessarily lost rights, but that time limit had expired, then people can make regular D-pads like that. That's why Sony's D-pad is like the way it is. You know, they couldn't use that because Nintendo had a patent on it, or else they would have to pay Nintendo. You know, they hate Nintendo for what they did to them.
So I'm gonna let y'all take. I mean, I just don't see it, man. I don't think it's worth. I don't even think it's worth the energy to sue them to me, you bring more attention to the game. I don't even know if Palworld's still a big thing. Is Palworld still a big thing? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it. Is it still a thing?
I don't know. I have
K-Bomb,
no
is
idea.
it still
I
a
don't
thing?
follow it.
It probably still has an audience.
Is Palworld still popular?
I believe it is.
Let me see. Let's see what it's saying.
Well, you know what? I don't think we have enough information since it's undisclosed patent. So, I mean, we can speculate, but I don't. Until they tell us or until it's public knowledge, we don't know why. We really don't know why Nintendo's suing them. I mean, it's the obvious is that it looks like it, but it looks like Pokemon. But they gotta be more specific when it comes to these court proceedings. So.
Yeah, I'm hearing everybody saying. I'm hearing D2K saying no, it's not. Not. So let me see. Let me see. Go back to June. See if it's still popular. See what some articles. Palworld update confirmed. I don't hear nobody talking about Palworld. So, but I don't think I'm a good gauge for that. I don't know if that's a good. Okay, all right, sir, shut up. I don't think that's a good gauge for if the game is still necessarily popular or not. I just know I haven't tuned in and seen anything in Palworld. I know we was talking about it when it was fresh, but I haven't been hearing anything. So I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can get some comments and see what folks saying about it, but I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I mean, there's a lot of other games I hear a lot of people talking about, not this one. So, any questions, any thoughts? We kind of at the end, really, to be honest with you.
No, I really do think it has something to do with how the monsters are captured and released. Because I can't think there's nothing else in Palworld that's similar other than the characters, and the characters are just similar. They're not 1-to-1. The only thing that's similar is capturing the monsters and putting them in and throwing them back out in the world. That's the only thing I can think of. I played the game for a little bit. You don't build houses in Pokemon. They don't, you know what I mean? You don't, I don't know if you ride the Pokemon, but you don't do the same things. Like, Palworld's doing something completely different other than the Pal Balls or whatever they call it.
And that's why I think they not going to win. I think Palworld has enough distinction from Pokemon to where they can say, Nintendo, that's not enough just because they look like your characters. Can Nintendo patent throwing a ball? I don't know how distinct or detailed you can get in the pattern where nobody else can throw a ball down and capture something. Like if Nintendo can patent it to that degree, to where if you take a ball, you throw it down and you catch this beast, you copy it, you infringing on us. I don't know if they can or not, but it seems like that's probably what they're gonna be going for. Can you patent a Pokemon look-alike and say it looks too close to Pokemon? They can say, yes, we drew inspiration from Pokemon, but look how his ears is triangle, our ears is kind of oval shaped at the tip instead of pointed. Like, they may be able to show enough variation that, yes, influence is there, but not one-to-one. It's not hitting that area where it's infringement. So I don't feel like they got much to go here.
You remember when you could pretty much patent anything. Remember when Lil Wayne said that he wanted to patent was it Bling Bling?
Was it Bling Bling or Weezy F Baby? I don't know which one they said.
I think it was Bling Bling because everybody started saying Bling Bling. He's like, the only thing I made a mistake on is not patenting that phrase or copyrighting this phrase. Copyright.
Okay.
So,
well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they are just trying to throw off this leak. I think that's part of why they released it when they did. This did kind of come out of nowhere. It doesn't seem like. But anyway, I don't care. I don't care. I don't really. They can lose for all I care. I don't think it's that serious. Let them people breathe. Let them have their game. I don't think it's affecting you in no capacity. I don't think Palworld is going to stop Pokemon from being popular and successful. So, especially how Pokemon been over this lifespan of the Switch. All these trashy games they've been given in that franchise. And it ain't stopped nobody from making them games sell 10, 15 million plus. Nintendo need to go sit down somewhere. They just like I think Nia or D2K said it. Nintendo just being some bullies, man.
I have a thought. We're finally getting that power that we want in this system. We might finally get that open world Pokemon game, and they don't want it looking like that. They don't want any other games looking like their game. We could be coming, you know what I mean? Have you ever thought about that? Like, hey, they finna come up with a Pokemon open world game. That's why they're trying to go after these people.
Nah.
Okay.
Reason I'm gonna say I don't know because I would say that's a weak one because you got beat to the punch. If you coming out with an open world Pokemon game and Palworld and the creators made a open world game that got Pokemon like characters in it, Nintendo, you got beat.
No, for the record, they have open world Pokemon games, but
not like
they
this.
They can finally make one to this
right
fidelity.
So they got beat. That's my point. It don't look like this, don't play like this. You got beat. Because it still got to play like this. And I don't see no comparison other than some of these things will be mistaken for Pokemon characters because they look just like Pokemon characters. But guess what? I thought Digimon characters still look like Pokemon characters. It was clearly, let me see, Digimon.
I don't know if I can give you that one.
Well, it always put me in the mind of Pokemon every time I saw it. You knew it was a wannabe It was their version of Pokemon. They play on Pokemon. Yeah. And that's what I mean. You're right, they don't look like Pokemon. Well, yeah, let me see. They look like Charizard.
Agumon.
Yeah, this is definitely a rip off of Pokemon. It just, yeah. I don't see them winning this. But anyway, anything else? Are we done? I'm gonna read some of these comments. We can get out of here. I see. Yeah, this is some more. This says more about the validity of the leak than anything else. I think they waited too long and got caught up in their own hubris. People need to accept that Game Freak aren't good devs. Okay, Neil. Okay. I will say this. There are a lot of Pokemon patents that they filled or filed. Okay, they filled that look like open world though. I think that's what he said. So
I think he meant to say filed.
Yeah, I think they meant to say filed. But it's so tiny on my screen. But anyway, yeah, that's the show for tonight. I'm excited. What happened?
I found a Polygon article that kind of goes into what could be the patents. I'm gonna share anything. I know we're trying to get up out of here, but I just sent it to you.
Okay, now Keith bringing up stuff late now, y'all. Now,
my bad, man. My bad, y'all. We want to know, right? We want to know what is Nintendo out here doing.
What we trying to know? David? What we trying to know? Let me know so I'm going over here.
Yeah, it's talking about the Pokeball.
It's talking about okay, hold up. All right, y'all. Just for intrigue, I stopped the music. We were supposed to end, but Mr. Norris, what they call breaking news. All right, so let's get over here. Let's see what let's see what this is talking about. All right, so it's kind of giving us a little bit of what they going after, and it says Nintendo's Pokemon patent may shed light on the Palworld lawsuit. The Palworld lawsuit doesn't sound like it's about creature design. What is it about? It said the Pokemon Company and Nintendo are suing Palworld developer Pocket Pair in Tokyo court over patent infringement. The company announced jointly on Wednesday. Pocket Pair responded to the lawsuit in a new release, saying it was unaware of the specific patents it is accused of infringing upon without court documents. Our specifics from the Pokemon Company. There's no real way of knowing exactly what Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are looking at, but the use of patent infringement as opposed to copyright infringement means this case likely isn't about creature designs. So they got a drawing of Pokemon balls up here. The conversation around Palworld has largely been around is Pokemon like Pals, which do bear similarities to Pokemon. Absolutely do. But anyway, how can you copyright that? Take Palworld. Lamball, for example, its appearance is quite similar to Pokemon's Wooloo or Wolo, or how you say that. And going beyond that, both are early game creatures to catch and battle with. But Nintendo and the Pokemon Company announced on Thursday clearly did not include any mention of copyright infringement. Instead, it cited patent breaches. Something that suggests the lawsuit may involve the similarities in game mechanics, not creatures. Nintendo has a ton of patents globally, but this specific lawsuit is currently only in Japan courts. Nintendo's patents are for all sorts technical process it uses in its games, be it information process, game storage, controller, intrinsics, touch screen usage, character shadows, or game mechanics. It's been months since Nintendo said it was investigating Pocket Pair and Palworld, and that's likely because they've been digging into the game to see what could apply patent wise.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's some anal stuff right there. That's petty. That's what that is. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have a patent in Japan and a pending application in the United States that covers a crucial and quite obvious mechanic of its Pokemon games, catching and releasing Pokemon, making it a likely consideration in this lawsuit. In the U.S., the original patent application is still under review, sent back to the filer on August 13th in a non-final rejection, meaning it's not an active patent.
Oh.
So they're going to have a hard time. The patent uses complicated but precise language to depict exactly what's covered, including lots of drawings, graphics to describe the process that get to the on-screen action. Here's the official summary. I'm not reading all this. Y'all get it. So Nintendo is basically trying to patent while sue.
That's crazy.
You don't have the patent, but you're trying to get the patent so that you can sue. It's like, man, I think they're gonna lose, y'all. I really do. I think they're gonna lose. This is petty. It's petty. It ain't even necessary. So, any thoughts on that we can get out of here?
I think we good.
It's giving petty.
Yeah. So with that being said, that was the show for the night. Yeah, we had a nice little turnout. To thank all you guys for jumping in the comment section. Nia, D2K, Chariot Man, first name bassist, DJ Fanatic, aka first name bassist, Alan Steve. Who else is up in here? Heart and Soul 72. We also had, where is he at? I don't want to forget about him. RS Simply RS. We thank you for showing up on tonight as well. And all the rest of you guys that was in here that didn't say anything, we thank you for being here. But I'm gonna let these guys sign out, starting with Mr. Norris. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a great show tonight. Got a chance to talk about the NX2. Yeah, I said it. I'm bringing it back to NX. Yeah, man. Nintendo out here wilding, but again, like I said, it was good that everybody jumped in the comment section. Everybody was, participating. We appreciate that, and we're gonna continue playing these games. Zelda comes out next week. Salute, Emio. Let's go.
All right. K-Bomb 20, the floor is yours.
No problem, man. Just thank everybody coming through. I didn't feel my best today, but I'm happy you guys still came through today. Listen to the podcast. Definitely enjoyed ourselves today. Had a bit of fun. And enjoyed the amount of people in the comment section keeping it live. We appreciate it. You guys were pretty lively today, so that was mad dope. But no, and until next time, man, enjoy it.
All right. Like I said, I just want to thank all y'all for tuning in. Y'all got me hyped, came down a little tired, a little low in spirit, but getting to talk about these games, fantasize about Switch 2, excited me a little bit, put me out my little dump, but I'm excited. If the Switch 2 is PlayStation 4 Pro-ish Switch Series S, I'm happy with that. So, I think we got a lot to be excited for. I do believe this is going to be an October announcement at this point. We'll see though, maybe next week, but it's not much longer. So I don't think it's going past October. And I'm excited. I think they got a lot to show. And I think we're going to be blown away. But this was the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next week. Same time, same place. All in your eardrum, all in your internet streets. Deuces. Peace.
We got smashed, bro.